Hey, accredited investors, I'm excited to announce that we have a new deal right now. It's a 78 unit building, 5 minutes from the Kentucky Derby. Its rents are presently 20% below market for renovated units. To learn more, all you need to do is go to homeinvest.com or click in the description below. Always consult with a tax advisor, financial planner, and/or attorney before making investment decisions. Having said all that, all you need to do to learn more is go to homeinvest.com or click in the description below.
So if you are an investor and you're sick of hearing about I drive a Lamborghini or I have a private plane or a private helicopter, we've got something special for you today. He's Nate Armstrong, the founder of Home Invest. My name's Steve Warner. I'm the Chief Investment Officer. And for this edition of Purpose-Driven Passive Profits, we are on location at one of our properties in Lexington, Kentucky. It's in the Arts District. We're 2 blocks from the university. This is the Lex. We wanted to do a special podcast coming to you live from location. Nate, today we are talking about something awesome and is a way that anybody can invest in one of our properties. We're going to be talking about how you can take control of your financial future in your retirement through what is called a self-directed IRA. Nate, tell us a little bit about what that means, what that is, and how it works.
Yeah, self-directed IRA, 401k. It also works with a SEP. It also works with a couple other vehicles. So any type of retirement account, we're talking about you today. We're speaking to you. It's kind of cool. Steve and I just got to go spend a few days in getting ourselves more educated on real estate, and we got to watch somebody go through the process of taking what they thought was a frozen 401k. They had stocked up money with their employer for years, and it was stuck there as they thought, and we got to help them go through the process of unlocking that whole thing. Now, let's specifically talk a little bit about our friend Mark, if that's cool. We won't name names just for confidentiality, but first name Mark. Mark had a 401k, pre-tax dollars, that he had contributed to and his employer matched for years, okay? Mark left said company, went out and started doing something different, and he left his 401k behind. He owned it, but his 401k was with his previous employer. It was in the market, accumulating a little bit, making a little bit of a return there. And what Steve helped him do was find a custodian that could take that money and then let him invest it in real estate. And so I'd love to just map out that journey, Steve, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to recap, Mark was our friend. He came to us and he said, hey, I left that job 8 years ago. The money's been sitting there. Right now the market's not doing so well. I heard you guys are doing something with real estate, and there was a way that I could move that money into the real estate market. What kind of returns could I expect? And we said, well, on $100,000, you can expect somewhere between 150 and 180 back when we're done. Now, we don't promise anything. Of course, there's no guarantees, but he looked at that and he was like, that is a much better return than the market has been giving me. Also, is this really backed by real estate? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. You're an investor in the deal just like this. We actually closed on the deal that we're talking about 2 weeks ago, and that is over in Louisville, Kentucky. Today we're in Lexington, but it's a place just like this. So Nate, walk us through what that looks like. What's that process for somebody that has a 401k or an IRA, something that they had in retirement and they want to transfer it? What does that look like?
Yeah, so step one is talk to our team. Let us talk you through it verbally. Let's make sure you find the right investment, all that kind of stuff. But that's a free phone call. We do a consultation with people and just kind of walk through it. So that's step one. Step two, as long as the investment makes sense, then step two is that we introduce you to someone that can help transition those funds away from previous employer over to a escrow account held by a custodian. These are professional companies. There's a few of them that do it at a high level, and we know them. We know the good ones that are out there that don't fee you to death and all that kind of stuff. So step one, talk to us. Step two, talk to our team that does these IRA rollovers or 401k rollovers. Okay? Now, there's curveballs sometimes that people have during that process. When you have pre-tax dollars, meaning you put money in before you paid any tax, it got automatically deducted from your checking account. When you have pre-tax dollars, if you try to convert them and cash them out or move them over to something that's called a Roth IRA, then sometimes it can get a little bit confusing. What will happen is that sometimes the custodian will say, hey, you'll have to pay tax on this. And that's something where I want to pump the brakes for a second to explain. If you have pre-tax dollars for all these years and you're rolling into a self-directed vehicle where you can invest in real estate, just like the building that Steve and I are at right now, then what is probably better for you, and I'm not trying to give financial advice on this, but like easier for the brain to absorb, is keep it as pre-tax dollars. If you want to convert it to a post-tax dollar, which is a Roth IRA, we should probably have a whole episode on just Roth IRAs.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, anyways, if you want to turn it into a post-tax dollar thing where you'll never pay tax on it again for the rest of your life, that's when it could trigger you paying tax on it. But for simplicity, if you have pre-tax dollars, you can put it into another pre-tax account and pay zero. Literally zero in taxes.
That's the key here, guys. A Roth IRA is a different vehicle. A Roth IRA, you pay the tax, it's post-tax dollars, it goes in and you never pay tax on it again. Most 401ks are pre-tax, which means you're putting the money in and you get taxed when you pull it out. When you transfer it using one of the people that we're talking about, a custodian, that custodian is going to take that money, pre-tax money, put it over here in a self-directed pre-tax account, and then you can invest in real estate with it, which is genius because it will grow your account faster than the market. Not only that, you get some tax depreciation on it. Do you get tax? You don't. No tax depreciation.
No, you don't need it because it's in a retirement vehicle, so you don't need any tax depreciation. I mean, I guess technically if you were going to do the pre-tax dollars and turn it into post-tax.
Let's keep it simple.
Yeah, then you could take it, but.
Pre-tax, invest in real estate. Every 3 to 5 years, we cash you out. You get to come back in. We got a little local color over there. You get to come back in. That's going to grow your account a lot faster than the 3 or 4% that most people are seeing in the market right now. Again, we're offering up to a 16% IRR, which is internal rate of return. If you put in 100 with us, we're aiming to get you out somewhere between 150 and 180,000 in 3 to 5 years. If you have questions about that, we are at one of our properties that we just closed on. All of our properties right now are in Lexington, Louisville, the greater Kentucky area. Anything that I missed in there, Nate?
No, you nailed it. The whole process of converting money, it's actually not complicated. In a 10-minute phone call, it's easily mapped out and explained. The important thing is that it's just the right investment for you. So if you want to explore those, then check out the show notes down below or come to our website, homeinvest.com/podcast, and we're happy to map that out for you.
Awesome. So just so you know too, really quick, I'm sure you're like, well, doesn't that cost a ton of money? There are places out there that cost a lot in fees. We have people that do it for under $500.
$175.
$175. There you heard it. $175, we will get you all taken care of. You can click in the link down below or go to homeinvest.com. You'll talk to myself or Nate and we'd be happy to walk you through the process. Till next time, remember, invest with integrity, take care of yourself, be great stewards of your money, and we will see you next time on Purpose-Driven Passive Profits.
Bye, guys.
Thanks so much for listening to our show today. Here's Nate with our latest offering.
Oh, so I'm excited to announce this. We've got a 78-unit building, multifamily property. It's 5 minutes from the Kentucky Derby. Its rents are presently 20% below market for renovated units. To learn more, all you need to do is go to homeinvest.com or click in the description below.